What, ma'am?
We have seen some laws in the last class. Which law is that?
Ohm's law, ma'am.
Ohm's law. Okay. Can you just give me the formula, ma, of Ohm's law?
I equals V upon
V is
R.
equal to IR.
I is proportional to V. Then we are going to get ultimately I is equal to V is equal to I into R. Fine. So that is, I think only that much we have learned in the last class. So now today we are going to start with the giving today's. We'll have again some laws which should be helping you, like Kirchhoff's laws we will see, and we will see some how the resistors are connected, series and parallel combination, what should be the formula for that, and then we'll move on to the analysis. Okay. So that will be the plan for today's class. So okay, to start with, so Kirchhoff's laws also I think you will all be familiar, isn't it, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you all heard about the Kirchhoff's laws?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
many? Yes, ma. How many laws are there, students?
Ma'am,
3,
three,
ma'am.
I guess.
3 laws are there, but we are going to see only 2, which is KVL and KCL. Can anyone say the KCL and KVL laws? Kirchhoff voltage law, Kirchhoff current law.
Ma'am,
First we
voltage
talk
in a voltage in a closed loop is conserved.
Voltage in a closed loop conserved is equal to something, or only that much is there, ma? Anything you can add on to that?
Equals to 0.
Yes.
Ma'am is 0.
Yes, ma. So sum of the potential in a closed loop, it is equal to 0. That is what your Kirchhoff is saying. So if I am going to take I is equal to n to I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1 to n, not 0, 1 to n, then sum of this Vi is equal to 0. Fine. So the potential drop in a closed loop is equal to 0. That's what we're going to see ultimately. Then what about your Kirchhoff's current law?
Ma'am, it states that the current entering the particular node is equal to the current outgoing.
Okay. Fine. So the current entering the particular node is equal to current leaving the node. That's what you want to say. So, or ultimately the sum of the current in a node is equal to what?
0, ma'am.
Ma'am, 0.
0. Same
0.
thing like this. So here the sum of the potential in a closed path. Okay. The potential drop in a closed path is equal to 0. Here the current entering the node is equal to current leaving the node. Okay. Current entering the node is equal to current leaving the node. Okay. Or ultimately the summation of the current in a particular node is equal to 0. Is equal to current leaving the node. Okay, fine. So this is what the Kirchhoff's laws. So what I meant by node, students? What is a node? You are saying current entering a node is equal to current leaving like this. Let us take that. I'm going to have like this. I1, I2, I3 and I4. So here, how do you, which are the current is equal to which one? How do you say that?
I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to I4.
Okay, I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to I4. So what I mean by node? Node, what is a node? Or a junction? You always heard about the railway junction, isn't it, students? This word generally we used to see practically. What is a junction?
Where 2 or 3 like lines are.
Ma'am, a load.
2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 vehicles coming and entering there. That's what you want to say, I suppose. I think issue was to say that the load.
Yes, ma'am, like the meeting point.
Meeting points of the load. Okay, fine. Okay, so 2 things. General, what we talk generally is 2 or 3 branches joining at a point will call us a node. More than two branches joining a point is called as a node. Okay. If you talk in electrical terminology, we say that node is a point where current is branching. Okay, the node is a point where current is current branching. That point only we'll call as a node. So again, we'll discuss this later. So we are going to see about the Kirchhoff's voltage law, current law. We have an idea about the Ohm's law. All these things added together, we will see the circuits and we will see how the resistors connected in series and parallel. What is the formula? We will see that. I think all of you have known if two resistors connected in series, what will be the summation of this resistance or the equivalent resistance? How do you write?
Add the R1 plus R2.
Yeah, R1 plus R2. I'm going to take a resistor R1 and R2. If I'm going to take two resistors in parallel, then what is the equivalent resistance will be, student?
1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2.
Okay, 1 divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Fine. Okay, let us take, I'm going to take a circuit like this. I'm going to take a, so what are the components are there in my circuit? What is this one? What is this?
My battery or cell.
Battery or source. Generally we call it a battery or a source, which is going to give out the energy or give out the power. So this is going to call it a voltage source. Okay. So let us take the V. We call this as a voltage source V. And this is a resistor R1 and R2. Okay. So how these two resistors are connected to this voltage?
In series.
Are in series. That's what we have seen previously also. If we have two ends AB and CD here, only one end of the resistors are connected. Other end is connected to, one end is connected to positive of the voltage, another one is connected to negative of the voltage. So these two ends are not connected together. Then these two resistors are in series. Okay, that's what we have seen in the last class. So now we are going to see that we have two resistors like this. All are connected in series. So how many closed paths you're getting here? We have one. How many closed paths here? Only one closed path. How many currents will be flowing?
One.
Only one current. For one closed path, only one current will be flowing. Whatever might be the element, either you have only two element or n element, whatever it is. Only for one closed path, only one current will be flowing. Okay, so we can assume any direction, students. See here the direction in case of, because we are going to talk about the module 1. In module 1, it is for DC circuits. Okay, DC circuits means we are not going to worry about the see, generally we have two things, DC and AC. In case of DC, we are only worrying about the magnitudes. Okay, what will be the value of the voltage or the current, either it's a 5 volt or a 10 volt or a 15 volt like that, or whether it's a 5 amperes, 10 amperes or 15 amperes. But in case of your AC, not only the magnitude, we are also going to worry about the direction. Whether it's a positive direction or it's a negative, whether it's an opposite direction or it's going the forward direction either. Both your magnitude as well as direction we are varying. So your AC is going to be which quantity? Scalar or vector quantity? Have you heard about the term scalar and vector, students?
Vector, ma'am. AC is vector.
In physics.
Some vector.
Because scalar quantity means we are going to worry only about the magnitudes. Which has only magnitudes, we'll call them as a scalar quantity. The quantities which has both magnitude as well as direction, that we'll call as a vector quantities. Okay, fine. So now in the unit 1, we are not going to worry about the direction. You can assume an overall direction. If I'm taking a wrong direction, I will be getting a negative answer. If I take a right direction, I will be getting a positive answer. But I'm not going to worry about the plus or minus symbol as my result. I'm going to worry only about the magnitude, whether my answer is going to be a 5 amperes or 10 amperes or a 5 volt or 10 volt. Only that is very important for me for the module 1. Is it okay, assurance? So now we are going to take a current. Any direction I'm going to assume. So I'm going to put a direction like this as I. I'm going to assume the current as I. Okay, ma. So now, what about the voltages, students? Whether R1 across R1, R2 will be the same voltage or will be different voltage?
Different, ma'am. Different.
Different voltage.
Yes. If there is resistors are connected in series, means there will be an potential drop depending upon the value of the resistance. Okay, but if there is connected in parallel only, voltage will be the same. Series means current will be same, voltage will be different. So let us assume that the voltage drop across is R1 as I'm going to assuming as V1. The voltage drop across R2 I'm going to assume as V2. Okay, up to this everything is okay, students. And initially I'll go very slowly because I want everybody to understand, not like people, because class will be mixed of all. Okay, students who will be knowing very instantly will can learn. Students can learn very averagely. Even students have to learn twice or thrice if I say only. So all combination will be there. So I'll go slowly for initial classes. Whatever doubts you have, then and there you ask me. Even it might be a silly doubt, no problem. We are here only for learning. Okay, students. Okay, this is okay, students. Now, so now we are going to we are going to apply we are going to apply which law here? KVL or KCL?
KVL.
We will apply KVL.
KVL.
Yes, ma, KVL, because in a closed path, the potential difference in a closed path is equal to 0, or potential rise is equal to potential drop. Whatever way you want, you can call it. Okay. So now, how to write the potential rise or potential drop, which will be taken as a positive, which will be taken as a negative is, again, it is our own assumption. Okay. Again, here also no hard and fast rule that you should do only like this. See, what I am doing, what we are going, I am going to assume here is like this, students. Okay, this is my supply is there, my voltage battery supply is there. If my current is flowing from negative to positive, okay, if the current direction is going from negative to positive of the voltage supply, then I am going to assume that I am going to have a positive voltage. Okay, instead of this, if I am going to have a current flowing from positive to negative, current is flowing from positive to negative, then what I'm going to assume is I'm going to have the negative voltage. This is the assumption made by me. Throughout my classes, I'll be assuming only this. Okay, fine. So if the current flows from negative to positive, I'll be assuming that as a positive voltage. The current flows from positive to negative, I'll assume that is a negative voltage. No, madam, I'm not interested like this. In my schoolings, I've done a different way. This I've assumed as positive, I mean negative. This I took as positive, no problem. If you take this as negative, this should be taken as positive. If this is positive, this should be taken as a negative. Is it okay, students? These are only for assumptions, so that it will be easy for us to write the equation. But once the assumption is made, then everywhere you should follow the same. Then only, because I all know that like a lot of experience seeing the students, I'll see that all can write the equation correctly, everything they will do properly. Only this plus and minus they will interchange. Because of that only they will make a mistake. So if that should not happen, means you have to follow some rules and regulation, set of rules and regulation. This should be like this, this should be like this. If you follow properly, then you will not end up in the wrong way. You always you will end up with the right answer. Okay, shall we start writing this equation for this circuit, given circuit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So now, first coming to this one, how the current is entering this voltage, I'm assuming as V. Current is going from negative to positive or positive to negative as per my current direction?
Negative to positive.
Negative to
positive.
So what is my assumption I'm making here?
Positive voltage.
Positive voltage. So I'm going to take this as V. Okay, ma. This is plus V, so I'm taking as V. So now, what about the resistor, students? Whether resistors has any potential, students? Plus and minus indications and all?
No, ma'am, but we'll assume it as direction of current.
Yeah, rightly what I was saying, ma. Both of you said right only. Actually, there will not be any potential thing like this, plus or minus there, but we assume it so that we will get the right answers there. So what is the assumption made is, always resistor current flows from where? From the higher potential to the lower potential through the resistors. So we assume that across the resistor, plus and minus, if as per the current direction, if I'm assuming a current direction like this, current always flows from higher to lower or lower to higher?
Higher to lower.
Higher to lower.
Ma'am, higher to lower.
Higher to lower, but we should not assume it for the source. You should not ask me question. Ma'am, here also you are assuming this direction, but voltage is like this, negative to positive. But this is a source. Wherever source is there, we cannot change the direction. Other than the source, only for the resistors, we will see the current direction. If the current flows, we assume that it should flows only from positive to negative as per the current. So my direction is like this. This should be plus and minus. What about here? Again, current is flowing like this. Where is plus? This point is plus or minus?
Plus.
I'm keeping my cursor here. Can you see that point?
Plus.
Positive. This should be plus and this should be minus. Is it clear, students here? Always across the resistor, this should be as per the current direction. Current flows only from the higher potential to the lower potential. That's what I've written here. Okay. Fine. Up to this. So now we are going to start. We have started writing the equation. So this is we have written as V. So across this one, across the current direction, it goes from plus to minus or minus to plus. Here. This V1 should be positive or negative, students?
Negative.
Negative, ma'am.
Negative. Why? Because it is going from positive to negative. So minus V1. The voltage across R1 is nothing but we assumed as V1. Then what is the voltage across V2? Plus
Then
or minus
V2.
Minus V2 because it is plus to minus. Current is flowing to plus to minus. Okay. So this is all the voltages in this loop. So this voltage, this and this. So sum of the voltages or potential drop in a closed path is equal to 0. Okay, that is what Kirchhoff's voltage law is. Or else potential rise is equal to potential drop. Yes, ma? Any doubt is there?
Ma'am, can you please explain the signs and why we put minus?
Okay, ma. See here, ma. See this point. This assuming the current direction like this. Okay. So if I assume like this, current will be going like this only, not this point.
Yes, ma'am.
So negative to positive, current is growing across these voltage. I am assuming that if the current flows negative to positive, I should take that as what? Positive. So I'm taking this as a V. Okay, now, as per this current direction, it will be flowing like this, yes or no?
Plus to minus.
Oh, so plus to minus means, so plus to minus, I'm assuming it to be negative.
Okay, ma'am.
So it is negative. Again, plus to minus means assuming it to be negative.
Okay, got it, ma'am.
Got it. And again, one more thing, no students. Generally, other than the source we have to see whether it's negative or positive. Other than the source in a unit 1, everywhere we have only resistors. Resistors means compulsorily plus to minus only as per my some direction, isn't it? Always current flows from higher to lower. So across the resistor, we'll have only negative voltage. It is only a drop. Voltage drop will be there only across the resistors. This is also one other point to remember. Okay, ma. But you have to see the source. Source, if it is like this, okay. If a source in the opposite direction, then it should be minus. There is no variation in the source. As per the source is given, we have to take as such. Okay, ma. Doubt is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Anybody else is having doubt? Okay. So now V is equal, I'm going to collect the positive and negative terms there. V1 plus V2, I'll write like this. V is equal to V1, I'm taking these V and V to the side. V1 plus V2. That's what again we are saying. Sum of the potential rise is equal to sum of the potential drop in a closed path. That is also in Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. This up to this is okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to extend this by applying which law now is apply Ohm's law. Apply Ohm's law in this equation. So what is Ohm's law is saying? Voltage source we are going to take it as such. What about V1? How do you write using Ohm's law?
IR1.
IR1.
Current is I, resistor is R1, so I into R1, that's all. What about V2?
IR2.
I into R2, very good. Fine. So now the common term is I here. So I'll be taking as R1 plus R2. So V is equal to I into R1 plus R2. But Ohm's law says as V is equal to IR. So what we do is we assume that V is equal to I into R equivalent, where R equivalent is nothing but R1 plus R2. We assume that R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay. So this is what you people told me right now. Mathematically, I'm proving that two resistors, if they are connected in series, the equivalent resistance is nothing but the sum of the two resistance. If I have n resistance, then what will be the equivalent values to equivalent resistance, students?
All added up.
That's R1 plus R2 up to N.
Yeah, for example. So n resistance R1 plus R2 up to Rn. If I have n resistors. So you all know this. I think this is a very simple first concept what you people are knowing also before. So if two resistors are connected in series, or three resistors or four resistors, the equivalent resistance should be sum of the all resistors. That's all. This is the first thing. Second thing is we are going to talk about applying the KV. Now we applied KVL. Next we are going to talk about KCL. So for that we are going to take another circuit. Instead of voltage source, I am going to take a current source here. Even if you take voltage source also, no problem. Okay. So this is the resistor R1 and R2. How these two resistors are connected, students, now?
Parallelly.
Parallel. Because the edge of the two resistors are connected together, and this is connected to one of the source there. Okay. So how many nodes is there in this circuit?
Two nodes.
Two.
Two nodes. The connecting point is this one and this one. Two nodes are there. So at the current entering the node is equal to current leaving the node. That is what your KCL is. So now if this is a source is entering here, now current will be dividing. So I'll take this as I1 current and this is I2 current. The current across your R1 branch is I1 and then here it is I2. Okay. And what will be the total voltage across everything is going to be what? Only one voltage will be there. Assume that as V. Okay, any voltage you can assume. I'm just assuming that voltage across all the elements which are connected in parallel is going to be the same. So I'm assuming that the voltage across R1 is V means R2 is also V. Across this current is also going to be the same voltage. That's what we want to say here. So now applying KCL, sum of the current entering is equal to sum of the current leaving in the node. So what are the current entering the node?
I.
I is equal to
I1 plus I2.
I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2. Or the other way, how do you write the the current laws? In a particular node, so the summation of current entering and current leaving the node is equal to 0. Like that also you can write. Whatever way you want, you can represent it. Current entering the node is equal, current leaving the node. So now I'm going to apply Ohm's law here again. So now you say me, how do we write I1, students?
V1
V by
R.
R1.
V by R1. So I1 is nothing but V by R1. What about I2?
V by R2.
V by R2. Okay. So apply this one here, Ohm's law, apply Ohm's law. So I is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2. Okay. So I will complete it here so that it will be easy to understand. So, so I is equal to R1, R2, we can take an LCM, R1, R2. So what you will be having here is R2 into V plus R1 into V, isn't it? V is common, you can take it out. So I is equal to V into R2 plus R1 by R1 R2. Okay. So this one again, if you want to take like this, so what is V? V is equal to IR is the which formula? Ohm's law. So V is equal to IR if you want to term. So this term will be taken as the inverse of this. Okay. So 1 by R2 plus R1 into divided by R1 R2, or is nothing but V is equal to I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Isn't it, students?
Yes, ma'am.
This is one way of writing. Or else, so if this, what we can say is V is equal to IR. So two resistors are connected in parallel means you can take that equal resistance as R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, students. But now my question comes here is, if I have n number 3 resistors in parallel, 3 resistors are connected in parallel.
Ma'am, can you please explain the last step? Like it was one. Why did you put 1 by R2 plus
V
R1?
is equal to V is equal to IR. I want to take V is here. So this term I'm going to take it the other one way of this. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now my question is here is V is equal to I into what we got is R1, R2 divided by R1 plus R2, isn't it? So that's what we are going to write. V is equal to I into R equivalent, where R equivalent is going to be R1, R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is for two resistors connected in parallel. My question is that if three resistors are connected in parallel, can I write R1, R2, R3 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3? Whether that is allowed?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. No. This is where people make mistake. Okay. So what you do is for that, instead of doing like this, in
Right.
general, we will take from this equation itself. See, let us take this as equation number 1. From equation number 1, we will put a generalized way like I is equal to V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. We'll keep it as such. Okay. Isn't it, students? This one? Equation 1 I am
Yes,
taking,
ma'am.
I is equal to V I am taking common 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 I am taking as such. Okay. So now I am writing V is equal to, I am going to take this term the other way, other end. So it will be I into, how do you write this? 1 divided
1
by
by
1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Is it okay, ma, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this I am going to take the other way. So now this one I am going to take the R equivalent. So R equivalent is nothing but 1 divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay, students? So V is
Yes,
equal to
ma'am.
I into R equivalent. Fine. So Ohm's law is there. So now again going back to my question, if I have three resistors in parallel, then what will be my R equivalent?
one by R1 plus 1 by R2
R1
plus
plus
1
1 by
by
R2
R3.
1 divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay. If n resistors are there in parallel, then it will be 1 divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Like that goes 1 divided by 1 by Rn. Is it clear, students? This is very, very important, students, because people make mistake at this point. If the 3 or 4 resistors have in a parallel, they immediately take like this R1, R2, R3, R4 divided by R1 plus. No, that is wrong. Again, students, compulsorily all of you should have a calculator with you. Okay. Calculator is beyond 990 FS. Okay. Beyond 990 FX, I want everybody to get a calculator, because calculator is a must for the subject and it's allowed for your writing exams everywhere. Okay. If we are in the first year, compulsory buy it. I think in the first semester you have got it. If the second year, third year students, no problem. I think you will be having it, isn't it, students?
No, ma'am. No, not for us, ma'am.
It's not there. I'm afraid if you don't have, then you buy one calculator, students. Okay.
Ma'am, rather we can use online calculators now.
Yeah, you can use online calculators, ma. But whether online we'll be using for equation solving and all, whether your online calculator supports.
Yes, ma'am. It supports, ma'am. We have to use different calculators, but
Okay.
it supports.
Okay, if it supports, no problem, ma. Can you just if you have it, ma, next class, can you just show me that which calculator?
Yeah, ma'am. Sure,
Okay.
I will share.
What's your good name, ma?
I'm Manas.
Manasa.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Manas. So if next class you just show me which calculator is there. If your online is there, no problem, you can use it. If not, buy one calculator in the office. That's what my thing is. Because compulsorily from next class onwards, we will be doing some problem, students. Okay. There, everybody should have a calculator. One sec, students, my battery has went off. I'll get a charger and come. One sec. Okay. So since we are using calculator, students, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Since we are going to use only calculators here, so you need not worry about that. In a calculator, you can take 1 by, for example, 3 and 2 are the values of resistor. You can take 1 by 3 and then add with 1 by 2, then take inverse of that. Immediately you will get the answer of your R equivalent. Or 3 resistors means 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2, whatever value is there, 1 by of that you do and take inverse in the calculator. So this is not going to be a tough task. Okay, because we are using calculators, everything is going to be easy for us. Okay, any doubts here, students? This one, basic concepts of resistors, kinetic, series and parallel. Because throughout I told you in unit 1, we are going to have only the combination of resistors either in a series or parallel fashion. You should be in a question to solve it. Okay. So now next where you are in a syllabus. In module 1 we are starting. So what is there? Module 1, basic elements and sources, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's laws, series and parallel combination of the elements you're seeing. Now small introductions we have seen here. All these things briefly we will be seeing while doing this analysis. We are going to have 4 analysis, students: mesh, nodal, Thevenin's and maximum power transfer theorems. Mesh analysis, node analysis, Thevenin theorem and major things we will be doing in this module 1. Having all these basic ideas, we are going to apply for the circuits, doing some analysis. Okay. So very first thing is where I'm going to talk about the mesh analysis, students. Next, when we have class, students? After this again?
I think Monday.
Monday, 9 o'clock, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about the labs we have?
Ma'am, one lab is
Friday.
tomorrow, I think. One lab is tomorrow, just before lunch. And
Yeah.
Ma'am, the
Ma'am, there
other
are
lab is
two
on
two
Tuesday.
batches. Ma'am, there are 2 batches for
Tuesday
lab.
at 10 o'clock, ma?
We don't
Ma'am.
have any lab tomorrow.
10
Yes.
o'clock Tuesday.
Lab tomorrow. We have a class on Monday. We have a class on
Why
Monday.
you don't have a lab tomorrow?
Ma'am, there are 2 batches for lab.
Ma'am, we
Yes,
don't
yes,
have
ma'am.
a
So,
lab on
okay, that's
lab.
I just want to see that. Okay, for me, I have 2 labs for you people. One on Tuesday morning and one on Friday before lunch morning. We have 2 labs, isn't it? Anyway, you will have been split into 2. Any one lab people will be coming. Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
So
next
now,
theory class we have on Monday at 4 p.m.
what is that Monday 4 p.m.?
Ma'am, theory class.
D2 slot, ma'am.
Class.
T2
Oh,
slot.
it is not morning, no? It is the afternoon. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was saying morning. Okay, ma, okay. So, okay, ma, so we'll see this mesh as an introduction we'll have because we are nearing the time. We'll have some introduction, then in the next class we'll see the problems. Okay. So now what is mesh analysis is, if I'm going to have any circuit, okay, resistors, counter, series, parallel, whatever the combination, let us take that like this. I'm going to have a circuit like this. Okay, I'm going to have one voltage source and how many resistors are there?
4, ma'am.
4 resistors. Okay, something like this. This is the circuit I'm going to have. Now my question here is, how many closed paths are there in the circuit?
2, I guess.
3.
2, ma'am.
Okay. 2 or 3. So this is one closed path. This is one closed path. This is also going to be one closed path. Isn't it, students?
Total 3.
So totally 3 closed paths are there. Okay.
Oh.
Everybody is clear. So this is one closed. This entire thing is also a closed path only. So 3 closed paths are there. But what is a mesh is? Mesh is a closed path where it doesn't have any other closed path inside. Mesh is closed path which doesn't
We have 2 mesh.
Any other closed path inside. Okay, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what the meaning of mesh. Okay, or the definition of mesh. So now let us take that. I'm going to take this as I1, this is an I2, and this is I3. Okay, I1, I2, I3, 3 closed path, 3 currents I'm assuming. So now, which is how many meshes there now in the circuit?
2 mesh.
2.
2, ma'am.
2 mesh, because I1 is going to be one closed path, but again I2 is also a closed path. But we cannot take this I3 as a one. This closed path we cannot take as a mesh, because mesh is a closed path. It doesn't have any other closed path. So if I take this I3, you have I1 and I2 as inside. So this is not allowed. Okay. So this is the definition for the mesh. So if you see any circuit, we have to first identify how many meshes there in this circuit. Okay. Well, let us take. I'll draw one more circuit here. Oh, sorry. What's the time now, students?
42. 242.
42, okay, then we have to
I'm 242.
Okay, ma. So then I will just chop it into 3 minutes. Okay, ma, like this I'm having a circuit. So how many meshes there in the circuit, students? 3 meshes. Okay, only this closed path, we're going to take it as a mesh. Assume directions, you can assume anything, just I'm putting an assumption like this as a current direction. Okay, so this has 3 mesh. This has 2 mesh. Is it okay? This is the first thing you should understand. Then we are going to apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law here for each mesh, and we have a particular rules and regulations in writing the mesh analysis. Okay. So once you do like that, then you can we will be writing the mesh analysis equation there. So have this idea of the mesh. The next class we'll start the mesh analysis. Okay. So I want everybody to have a notebook or a paper with you while attending this class. Have a pen, paper with you, or a pen, notebook with you, and a calculator. Okay, either online calculator, offline calculator, whatever it is. Compulsorily, I'll only teach you one problem, and I'll ask you to do one problem. So in a question to do it, and then you have to get me the answers.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
Ma'am, can you please upload the material till which we have studied, or module 1 full, so that we can?
Yes, ma. No. I will upload the bit of entire thing only, ma. Don't worry, because this week I'm a bit busy with some other works, factory correction and other things are there. After this weekend, probably by Monday or Tuesday, I'll upload everything, ma.
Okay, ma'am.
Time is there. This weekend I'll upload. If not, by Monday or Tuesday I'll upload, ma. Okay. Because I have to upload all your materials in VTop within a week. Okay, don't worry, I'll upload everything. This writing material, after completing each module, I'll upload in the Teams.
No, ma'am, not the writing material. If you have other PDF.
Yeah, I know. That I'll upload in the VTop, ma. What you're asking, that I'll upload in the VTop.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Previously, it was only 64 students. Now it is doing 65. Who is the newer one? Is it Sriniket Dikshit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Before add and drop, you were not there, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So, okay, answer attention, students. Joel?
Yes, ma'am.
What is this? Vaishnava? Vaishnav? Not there, huh? Sriniket? You are there.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Sai Skanda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sriram?
Yes, ma'am.
Sriram Santosh. Okay. Harshad?
Present, ma'am.
So, again, you pronounce the name, Ikjot. How do you pronounce?
Ekjot, ma'am.
Ekjot. Okay. Ekjot Singh?
Present, ma'am.
Shakti Vanan?
Present, ma'am.
What's your name, ma?
I'm Shakti, ma'am.
Shakti, okay. Manav. Manav Gupta.
Present, ma'am.
Not there, ah?
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm present.
Akash.
Ma'am, Manav.
Not there, ma. 2396.
I am present.
Ma'am, Manav Gupta is
Ma'am,
present.
What's your
Manav
name,
is
ma?
present. Manav Gupta is saying present.
I can't hear you properly.
Ma'am, I've been saying it 2 or 3 times.
Who is present?
Ma'am,
Manav
Ma'am,
Manav.
Manav Gupta.
Ma'am, can you increase your volume, ma'am? I guess you are having some trouble.
Ma'am,
Can you
Manav.
put your restriction in the chat box? I can't hear you properly, ma. Your voice is breaking. Manava.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Likit Shikar. Shikar is not there. On Monday. Shravan Shai Kumar.
Present, ma'am.
Not there. Ah. Vishnu Sai
Ma'am,
Reddy.
present, ma'am. Ma'am, present. Shravan present. Ma'am,
See,
Shravan
listen, students,
present.
again I'm saying if there's any problem in the mic, while I'm taking attendance,
Ma'am, I guess
if
we
you
have
put in the
problem,
chat
ma'am.
box your registration number, I'll consider.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
actually
you
you are
have problem with your
Ma'am, maybe
network.
your internet connection is fluctuating because ours is okay.
Okay, so I'm not getting your voice there. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes,
So okay, ma'am,
ma'am.
but if anybody is there present, can anybody guide me then? Vishnu Sai Reddy is there? Okay, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Janvi? Janvi?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Ishan?
Present, ma'am.
Ishan? Okay.
Present, ma'am.
Sanindya?
Present, ma'am.
Nitish?
Present, ma'am.
Aditya? Jeevan?
Present, ma'am.
Elena?
Present, ma'am.
Anish?
Present, ma'am.
Ashutosh?
Present, ma'am.
Ramit?
Present, ma'am.
Ramit Karki is not there?
I'm
Okay.
here, ma'am. Pramit Kar.
Prarthana?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Prarthana is there?
Yes,
Yashwant?
present, ma'am.
Okay. Shreyas?
Present, ma'am.
See, I think I'm sharing my attendance screen, isn't it? You just see that, then according to that you answer, ma. If I mark you absent, you put your registration number in the chat box. Anand?
Yes, ma'am.
Anand is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Shakshi?
Present,
Anush?
ma'am.
Present,
Raunak?
ma'am.
Ronak, present, ma'am.
Aryan?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Okay. Spandan?
Present, ma'am.
Spandan Kumar?
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Present.
Ma'am,
Sorry. Okay. I'll just check how many students are there first once. See, the only for 1 or 2 classes I'll have this problem, students. Later, if I get familiar with your names, then it's okay. I can go faster. Dan Joshua?
present, ma'am.
Okay. Taran?
Present, ma'am.
Anmol? Anmol? Manas?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Gautam Krishna?
Ma'am, I see present. Ma'am, excuse
Yes?
me.
Yes. What happened, ma?
Ma'am, I said present. Anmol
Who's
Guragai.
that? Anmola?
Anmol Guragai.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
just now.
Okay, ma. Naviha?
Present, ma'am.
Samriti?
Present, ma'am.
Manideep?
Present, ma'am.
Anurag? Anurag is there? Juhi?
Present, ma'am.
Paki Singh?
Present, ma'am.
Paki Singh is there?
Present, ma'am.
Or is this Rehan?
Present, ma'am.
Neeraj Kumar?
Present, ma'am.
Are there Ashit Gupta? Yash
Ma'am,
Sharma?
Neeraj present.
Present, ma'am.
Who is
Ma'am,
that?
Harshit Gupta
Neeraj
present, ma'am.
Yes, sure,
Ma'am,
present,
Harshit
ma'am.
Okay.
Gupta present.
Neeraj? Okay.
Neeraj present, ma'am.
Neeraj is also there. Yash Sharma?
Present, ma'am.
Anish?
Present, ma'am.
Ansh? Ansh, last class you were only connected, you are not there. What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Navnita Krishna?
Present,
Navnita
ma'am.
Krishna?
Present, ma'am.
Abhinav? Okay,
Yeah,
Abhinavi?
Present, ma'am.
Ishani?
Present, ma'am.
Matthew?
Present, ma'am.
Raghav? Someshwar?
Present, ma'am.
Pratham?
Present, ma'am.
Salvi Pratham. Shirag?
Present, ma'am.
Hitesh?
Present, ma'am.
Shakti Shanmugam?
Present, ma'am.
Mrunmai?
Present,
Mrunmai?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Present.
Jocelyn?
Present, ma'am.
Abhinav? Abhinav? Adamya?
Yes, ma'am.
Adi Mitra?
Present, ma'am.
Balashiva? Balashiva is not there?
Ma'am,
Mangesh Kumar?
Ankesh Kumar present, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Balashiva is there?
Ma'am,
Who is that, ma'am?
ma'am, Abhinav present. You,
Abhinav is present. Okay. Which number? 5 or
Ma'am.
6? Huh?
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Shravan.
1 second, wait, ma. 1 second, wait. So, students who have given attendance, if you don't have any issues, you can leave, ma. Thank you. Others who have any issues, is there alone, you just wait.